So one of the questions is, when we sometimes get garnishments. Now in Texas, I don't know how many people are here from Texas. Texas does not permit retail garnishments. So if you owe Macy's money in Texas, you cannot make the employer withhold money. However, the majority of states in the United States do allow garnishments for various things. Obviously, if people owe federal tax money, if they owe alimony, if they owe child support, all of those are very well established, and you will be in trouble if you do not do the garnishment. The basic rules are pretty much the same for a long period of time, and that is, generally speaking, unless there's certain circumstances, you cannot pull the person below the minimum wage. So they have a certain right to a certain amount of money to take home. So the exposed money is the difference between the minimum wage and their gross wages, is what can be taken into garnishment. So what we're finding in industries like restaurants that used to do drive-offs and stuff and take them out of the service personnel's wages, most of those businesses have stopped doing it because if they take the tip credit, which is another technical issue, they cannot do this anyway, and a lot of restaurants didn't realize that. So this is kind of a hot button in your business. Usually it's going to be deductions for lost or damaged tools. Usually the main consideration is the employee took the tools home, and so a lot of businesses implemented a sign-in, sign-out procedure. Be careful about that. Make sure that you've got really good records if you're docking employees for tools, and make sure that you don't dock the employee for tools below the minimum wage. A related issue to this, folks, is employee cash advances. Billy Bob comes to you and he needs $200 to make it to Friday, and it's really messy, and it gets into this because, of course, Billy Bob didn't have the $200 on Friday to give it back to you. He got his full paycheck, and then you get into this rolling issue of docking them. Same rule applies. If you give them a cash advance and they cannot pay it back to you and you've got them doing payments, it's going to be the same rule. You can't bring them under the minimum wage. What I have recommended consistently to my clients is to not do cash advances, but to buddy up with a credit union, and just, if somebody says, you know, I have a cash need, refer them to your affiliated credit union. Most credit unions in the United States that used to be company affiliated, like the Shell Oil Credit Union or the IBM Credit Union or whatever, have much more open policies today. They compete head-on with the banks. They're still a lot friendlier for small personal loans and stuff like that. So we recommend that you have an alternative path, because getting into this tends to be a very twisted situation, and oftentimes people borrowing money from you are your least stable employees, those who are most likely to turn over. So something to watch out for.